Hi, welcome to Dad Tech. Today we're talking about this magnificent thing. It is the Godox X3 Pro S. The S stands for Sony, if you didn't know. And as a newbie to flash shooting, this was the biggest help I possibly could have had because it allowed me to use a very good product, simple to use, very sophisticated, but as well allow me to concentrate more on the skill aspect of learning how to do flash photography as opposed to trying to navigate with the technology. And I took this product, used it for about 2 weeks, and I think at least became pretty good at getting some decent photographs coming out of my camera using a flash and using this instrument, this device, to help me achieve that. So let's take a closer look at it first. I actually have it here. See the nice sleek screen. There's the front. Some buttons on the side. And let's turn it on. So nice and bright for any day shoots that you may have. It's pocket sized, it goes straight onto your hot shoe of your Sony cameras. That integration there, nothing you had to do. I was thinking I had to go and do some extra stuff inside of the actual camera. Negative, I put it on multiple cameras at this point. Didn't have to do a thing. So that is a yes for simplicity. I did get, because I didn't have, a Godox flash, and I did a quick AI check and said, hey AI, what flashes are under $100 that integrate well with X3 Pro S? And it came back with this one. There was a couple, came back with this one, got it. And then the fun began, right? Then it's, okay, how do I use this technology all together? So I looked up one video, how to connect the two. Simple, once you know how, and away I was. I also got a umbrella and bracket. So actually with everything outside of the Godox X3 Pro, I spent a little bit less than $100 for the bracket, the umbrella and the flash. Put it all together and the results were fantastic. So without any experience with flash, just playing around with it a little bit, tweaking in the strength of the flash, I got some fantastic family off the cuff pictures. Literally sat here messing around with it. The kids are about to go to bed and I jump over and go click, 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 take a whole bunch of pictures and just some of my favorites of my kids, and that was just literally off the cuff. A quick word from our sponsor ZT. Yes, this is ZT Clothing, and they are now the channel sponsor of Dad Tech, so they've sent me a whole bunch of things to try out, and we agreed that they are fantastic products, so I'm going to endorse them and say I like their cost, like their style, fabric in the feel of their product, and hence them being a channel sponsor. So check out ZT Clothing. I'll leave a link up here and in the description below. So back to the Godox X3 Pro. I did try and take it out to a mountain with snow, and that one's a little bit more difficult though. It actually kind of looks more like a retro, like if you can imagine a digital camera back in the day or a disposable camera where you've got the flash that just goes off and it's kind of boom and it looks very retro. So the pictures of that right here, you'll see my wife and the kids in the snow, and it just reminiscence of like the 90s or the early 2000s. So kind of cool, but I didn't really have too much experience and luck with that really. Just learning the skill of flash photography. Watched a couple of other videos about it. Then I did a photo shoot today. And that one was a little bit more scripted, a little bit more on point, not getting paid for it by any stretch, but for a project I'm doing, you'll see here a bunch of my wife and her photography friend. The photography friend who also gave me some hints and tips of how to get into this stuff, and as I was just taking the pictures, she was saying, yep, great, yep, great, yep, great. Didn't really have to do much, but a couple of other pointers beyond that, and the results I think look fantastic. So the Godox X3 simplifies an off-camera flash and integration. And you can do groups, you can do, there's so much more complication that you can go into it if you're knowledgeable. But if you're just learning, I think it's a great investment into learning that skill. The touchscreen is fantastic, but also the little physical knobs as well. So let me show you. So if you want to adjust your power, you can hit right there, but you can also, you got a little button right here to do the flash. So let me even, boom. And I would certainly consider myself a videographer first, but definitely willing and able to learn the photography side of things, because there's certain circumstances where I need it. And even for the YouTube channel doing product photography, it's certainly needed. Great, I'm sure my camera didn't love that. But nice and simple, easy setup. And this thing allows you to act like a pro, and it just looks so sleek on top of your camera, if that's important to you. But very cool gadget. But it certainly gives you the freedom to learn the skill. And if you already know the skill, great. It will unlock that and allow you to keep going. But it gave me the freedom at least to not have to worry and have to really mess around with learning a whole bunch of technical stuff with a trigger, and just go in and learn how to do the photography side of things. It is charged by USB-C, and the battery was never an issue for me, so that's a positive and a thumbs up there. So this guy is certainly staying in my camera bag along with the flash and along with me learning more of this, but certainly a fantastic product I would recommend. Any questions, let me know. But the Godox X3 Pro S for Sony, my thumbs up. So this has been Dad Tech. Any questions, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. One video here will be one I know you will like, and this one right here is what YouTube thinks you will like. So enjoy. Hope you guys have a great day. My name is Mark. This is Dad Tech. Take care. Bye-bye.